Abu Bakr fled Darfur in 2003 and arrived here in Manchester in northern England. He was only granted refugee status a few months ago. Since, he has been looking for work and living on a £42 a week allowance in this hostel for homeless people. Abu Bakr's fight for papers lasted 3 long years, during which time he was not legally allowed to work. His initial asylum application was refused, so were 2 appeals. He then became destitute.
I lost my accommodation, I lost my money aid, nothing to do. And then I had been destitute for 6 months. I used to sleep in the train stations. I used to sleep under the bridge and so on.
Abu Bakr's case is not an isolated one. Since the government started a scheme to spread asylum seekers more evenly across Britain, many have landed in the grisly outskirts of Manchester. Eagle Wing is an NGO in Bury that helps newcomers with their asylum applications. Some of its members have been waiting for more than 8 years.
It's very hard when you don't know what's going to happen next, and every morning you're scared to open the curtains because you think you're going to be arrested and sent somewhere where you can't have your future.
In order to discourage illegal immigration, the government wants to make things tougher for asylum seekers. It's looking at cutting both legal aid and English courses for adults.
Although they say it's tightening up the system, streamlining the system, making it better for everybody, I think that is exactly their agenda, that they want it to be almost impossible for an asylum seeker to gain entry into this country, or at least to be given asylum here. I mean, at the moment, over 80% of applications are refused.
During the economic crisis, the Council of Bolton in Greater Manchester used to receive asylum seekers and refugees with open arms. At the time, the English were leaving in droves and housing was cheaply available. But times have changed.
Now, the population of the town is growing. We are economically viable. The unemployment rate is fairly low in Bolton. And consequently, there is pressure now on both public and private sector housing once again.
Tension is building over the issue of asylum seekers and illegal immigration. According to Home Office estimates, there are between 300,000 and 570,000 unauthorized immigrants in Britain today.